Okay guys, so today we are battling against the weather. It's raining here, you can see we're in disarray. There's ladders and cleaning equipment and all sorts, but we do need to do a quick video of this amazing Euramobil. So what we're actually going to be doing here is really just demonstrating how to use some of the equipment on it and some of the stuff it's got. So first thing I'm going to do is actually just sneak in through here. So ignition on, and we've got one of these little tag things, and if you just keep an eye on the dash, you'll see that heater coil came on briefly and now it's ready to start. So there's your starting procedure. That's a little bit of local knowledge required. Anyway, moving along, massive locker here. Now there's another little quirky thing. You've got a wire in there. Now that wire actually runs through to the bonnet, and there's a couple of crocodile clips to go onto the main engine battery. So if you wanted to wire in a 12-volt charger for your engine battery so that you could charge it up at will, there's a main socket for it, and that's where you would then put your little wires in for it. Anyway, carrying on round. Great big garage. There's not really a lot you need to know about in here. Your water heater's over that side, and your generator is under all of that stuff there. So yeah, your bike rack, ladder, I'm sure you can work out how to use those. That is your filling point for your petrol, because the generator is petrol, tucked away in here. And in there is your water tank. There's a little clothes peg on that pin, and that little clothes peg holds the pin up, because they are notorious for popping down and dumping the water out your tank when they shouldn't. If you take the pin off, then it does act as an automatic dumper, and it's supposed to just pop when you get below about 5 degrees and empty your tank, save you from freezing up. But reality is they tend to do it at random times, so people turn them back to a sort of manual. Cassette toilet. So this one's got the SOG unit on. So once you've slid it out, there's this pipe to pull off just there, and then there is a little cap that goes on so contents of the loo doesn't spill out on you whilst you're heading across to your emptying point. Oh yes, we've got a safe in here. We've got a key to the safe. There's a load of documents that go with the van tucked away in there. So safe, and there's a special key for that. That's your waste water outlet. So that is for dumping your shower and sink water, not your toilet. That's in that locker up there. So that's open at the minute, so it's going to dump it straight on the floor. That is a little fan, an auxiliary heater, so when you're driving along you can pull engine heat off through here and blow it out into the van, keep the back of the van warm. And this is a little extension that clips onto the waste outlet here, so that you can trail your waste if the drain's not quite underneath where you wanted it to be. Another little locker there. There's your 240 volt hookup. That's your fresh water tank. It's your gas tank. You can see we've got a fixed head regulator, we've got a pipe in there ready. Fit a couple of big bottles in there easily. Your diesel, that's an outlet for that's an exhaust for your windscreen heater. Anyway, let's climb aboard and have a look at some more stuff. Oh, first thing you notice on the way in, just here is your generator buttons. That turns it on. That's your choke, which should hold in, and then you press your start button. There you are, away it goes. And then that's back off again. So, we'll have a quick glance around for those of you who've not seen in the van before. Lovely big van, singles at the back, 3-burner hob with a little drain on it, sink, etc. Anyway, your control panel. So your basics are, that's on and off for your 12-volt supply. That will tell you the voltage that's in your batteries. That's the current amps that are being drawn You can flick between the batteries, so that is your engine battery, and that is your habitation battery. That's the amps that are being pulled out of it. That's the amps being pulled out of the front battery, which I don't know why it's for. That seems a bit odd, but anyway. That's your water pump on and off. That's your lights internally on and off, and these are all to do with your gas bottles if you've got electronic changeovers, etc. So you're not really going to be using those unless you want to add some of that kit in. Now on this side, this is your inside the van temperature thermometer setting. So sort of 20 degrees. That's your water setting, so we'll leave that on 40. That way is heating and hot water. That way is hot water only. And if you want to run the hot water on electric, you'd ping that down, and that would take a 230 or 240 volt supply from electric hookup to heat up the hot water. There's no electric heating. Very simple though. Your fridge, again, super simple. You have an on button, you have a temperature setting, and then here you can select your power source. So mains, gas, or 12 volts. 12 volts is obviously only from the engine. And then you press and hold that to turn it off. Simple as that. I don't think there's much else really that you need to know. There's your extractor fan, your lights, your bathroom. Oh yes, under here. I'm going to turn you off for 1 sec. So this is underneath the big seat. Not quite sure what or how these have been set up, but it all works as it should do. You've got dual batteries working at the minute. Where it says do not switch off and on both, I think I would just leave those on both. I don't know why you would want to run an individual battery and then another individual battery, but you can if you really wanted to. Not quite sure on the setup there. It is a Victron system, so if you wanted to download the Victron app, you'd then have access via Bluetooth to the state of the batteries, etc. But I'm not entirely sure how empty one's life needs to be to sit looking at how much power they've got in a battery. If your lights are working, your batteries are fine. So there you go, guys. I think I've covered most of it there. Oh, I suppose there's a little bit more at the front here actually. This middle button here does your electric shutter on the window at the front. You got your rear view camera there that just comes on automatically, and this is for your windscreen, so that would be max speed on the fan, that would be low speed. You've just literally got low and high, and that sets temperature, and that's blowing hot air via gas system out of there. So there you go, guys, that's it. If you like these videos, give us a thumbs up. Please enjoy your new van. Thank you, bye.